Its imposing marble structure, its artistic brown dome, and the detailed sculptures that adorn its exterior make the Palacio de Bellas Artes, or Palace of Fine Art, a cultural and historical symbol of Mexico City, which was declared by UNESCO as an artistic monument in 1987. The Palacio de Bellas Artes is an important cultural center in Mexico City. It has hosted some of the most notable events in music, dance, theater, opera, and literature, and has held important exhibitions of painting, sculpture, and photography. Consequently, the Palacio de Bellas Artes has been called the Cathedral of Art in Mexico. The building is best known for its mural by Diego Rivera, Siqueiros, and others, as the floors between the ground floor and the uppermost floor are dominated by a number of murals painted by the most famous names of Mexican muralism, as well as the many exhibitions of theatrical performance it hosts, including the Mexico's Folk Dance Ballet. The building is located on the western side of the historic center of Mexico City, next to the Alameda Central Park.
The Museum of the Memorial of Tolerance. The Museum of the Memorial of Tolerance is dedicated to people that were had some of discriminate in anywhere part of the world. The main that sense is of diversity. National Museum of Art. The National Museum of Art preserves and presents the work of the Mexican painter to between second of the 16th century till 1954. The museum is staying in Downtown History Center and is one of the museums of the most representative of Mexico. Museum Interactive of Economy. The Museum Interactive of Economy is a museum interactive where explain all of the economy, and this teaching of where make the things is very great. Also help to get answers of the world and of the natural resource.
Around the Palace of Fine Arts, we can find several places of interest, such as a variety of restaurants that range from fast food to a formal restaurant. We can find a small shopping center called Parque Alameda. There are even bookstores if you want to buy a book, and then you can go to drink a coffee in the coffee shops that are around the Palace of Fine Arts. There is also a terrace from where you can have an incredible view of the Palace of Fine Arts and the Wall Mall. There is also a church that is very well known here in the city of Mexico, which is the Church of San Hipólito, where many people meet on October 28th of each year. And then you can go to visit Chinatown, that was remodeled in 2017 and is about few blocks from the Palace of Fine Arts, but in the afternoon you can go with your friends to the bars or clubs that are and spend an amazing night and see at night the Central Mall and the Palace of Fine Arts that look amazing.
The Alameda Central is the oldest public park in Latin America. It was inaugurated in 1952 for the son of Viceroy Luis de Velasco. During its creation, the Alamos were brought from Coyoacan, and the Viceroys designed the gardens. The Alameda is next to the Palace of Bellas Artes and in front of Memoria and Tolerance Museum. The word Alameda comes of the Alamos trees planted in this park. There are some artworks and fountains, and a few artworks were gifts of the other countries for Mexico by the centenary of your independence.
The first National Theater of Mexico was built in the late 19th century, but it was soon decided to tear this down in favor of a more opulent building in time for centenary of the Mexican War of Independence in 1910. The initial design and construction was undertaken by Italian architect Adamo Boari in 1904, but complications from the political problem both before and during the Mexican Revolution hindered and stopped construction completely by 1913. Construction began again in 1932 under Mexican architect Federico Mariscal and was complete in 1934 and was inaugurated on 29 September of that year. The inaugural work presented in the theatre was La Verdad Sospechosa by Juan Ruiz de Alarcón in 1934. In 1946, the National Institute of Fine Arts was created as a government agency to promote the art.